I shall cast my wizardly spell magic and convert this workstation from one of gooning to one of productivity. I guess Trekkie Monster was right. The internet really is for that. Hey yo, what is good, my legendary beast? It is your boy LilSauceLegend, back at it again with these videos. And today, you can say that this is more or less an announcement video. An announcement video that basically ushers in a new era between me and you guys. Because I'm not gonna lie, the past few months have been real eye-openers. But in order for you to understand the context of what I'm doing, I'm gonna need to start from square one. A while from now ago, a certain incident happened that I really can't divulge too much into, but needless to say, it really wrecked my body. And I ended up needing 3 surgeries because of it. One on my ankle and both knees. I was bedridden for a long time, sometimes not even being able to go to sleep because of the pain. And obviously during this time, I wasn't able to work. I was just subsisting off of the disability benefits that my job allotted me, which honestly wasn't really much. It was enough to keep my bills up to date, but trust me when I say I was barely treading water. I'm honestly glad that I had you guys to keep me company during this time, because if I was just alone with my thoughts, I don't know what I would do. Fast forwarding a couple of months ahead, I'm starting physical therapy, trying to regain the muscle that I lost during the recovery period, and bring use back to my ligaments and trying to strengthen my tendons. It is an extremely painful process trying to break up scar tissue. Imagine somebody puts a log in between your thigh and calf muscle, and the only way you can walk again is if you squeeze that log hard enough in order for it to break in half. That's what removing scar tissue feels like. Just days upon days of popping and cracking and clicking. At some points, the pain was unbearable, but I had to keep pushing because I wanted to get back to work eventually. I need to make a living, you know? Until one morning, I woke up and got a phone call from one of the higher-ups at the company I used to work for. I say used to because since my recovery was taking longer than expected, they had to delist me from the system, and they fired me. I would not receive any more disability benefits, but they said the door was always open for me the day that I wanted to come back. So I tried to expedite the recovery process and go to more physical therapy sessions to try and break up the remaining scar tissue. I want to at least try and keep this job because I like being there for people. I like helping people. And working in this homeless shelter was the most realistic way that I could see my efforts actually go towards helping someone other than myself. And when I finally got the clearance from my physical therapist to return to work, I sent out as many emails as possible to my higher-ups, telling them I'm ready to come back. I can start working again. I left emails, voicemails, text messages, even calling my union representative trying to see if they can get me into contact with anyone at the office. But as I'm pretty sure you guessed, nobody answered. Not a text message, not a reply. I heard nothing. And since they were cutting off the disability benefits, I had no means of actually feeding myself or my wife. And unfortunately, as a direct result of this, I had to swallow my pride and go down to the welfare office and apply for public assistance so that I could get the support that me and my wife needed. Because realistically, I'm still in pain and I needed some way to cover the treatment costs, food, and rent. And what resulted after was a wave of depression that was so immense. Outside of applying for jobs, my energy and drive to do anything else was extremely limited. If it wasn't me doom scrolling for hours on end on social media, I would be making content with the little sparks of inspiration and creativity that I had. I would look at the analytics and mainly just use it to see what you guys wanted to watch next. But recently, I actually stopped and looked at the analytics. I'm not the type of person to obsessively think about numbers, but when I looked at the subscriber count on the channel, it took me by surprise, and I kind of had a out-of-body experience for a second there. The realization hit me that there are literally 22,000 of you here. That is literally the amount of people needed to fill Madison Square Garden. And my mindset began to change. Instead of wallowing in my own self-pity, I decided to get up and go do something. I got up every morning, went to the coffee shop for a change of scenery, and just made videos. Edited, animated, refined. Anytime that I sat down with the intention of creation to make any one of you happy, it was like a driving force. Something was compelling me to make videos for you guys. And an infectious spirit like that is something that I don't want to just have for myself. I want to share this feeling with all of you. If anything, I want as many people as possible to become inspired like I was. I want to share the feeling of encouragement and inspiration with the rest of you. And Honestly, that's what this video was all about. Introducing to you all the concept of the Legends lock-in. It is a 6-month period where not only I, but you as well, are dedicating 6 months of our time to push ourselves to achieve whatever goal we set out for. Whether that be weight loss, learning how to animate, learning how to draw, learning how to code, finishing a project that you've been putting off for the longest time, creating something new out of the blue. I don't care if it's something that you've passively thought about. I want for the next 6 months, all of us to be invested in something to keep us going. And for the next 6 months, what my lock-in is going to be, and what I'm locking in for, is content creation. I've always wanted to be a content creator, but I've just never had the drive to sit down and animate, refine my videos, plan things out. But hey, with the way that my life has turned out within the past couple of months, what do I have to lose? So for the next 6 months, I'm going to be making daily Legendary Quickies, weekly Legends play videos, and monthly Legendary story times. And the reason why I want to become a full-time content creator isn't because of some astronomical level of fame and fortune. I want the influence that comes along with it. Somewhat for selfish reasons, but primarily due to the fact that I have dreams that I want to accomplish. I have ideas that I feel would be beneficial to the rest of humanity. I want to leave an imprint on this world that is for positive change. I want to change the world, politically, socially, and economically. I want to change the world. Now, people may say that's a lofty pursuit and I have my head in the clouds, but if I'm shooting for the moon, I'm going to damn well end up next to the stars, even if I miss. So fuck it. Why not take a chance, you know? And I encourage the rest of you to also take that chance. For the next 6 months, go ham, cheese, and tomato sandwich on whatever you believe in. And Legends, let's lock in.